Excuse me for waiting. You ever hear of chivalry?
Listen, this is about you getting what you deserve. I'm killing myself at school because I think it's going to be worth it for both of us. You know, if we move in together.
Wait, what? Wait, hey. What was that? What did you just say?
Well, I mean, we can't keep, laying pipe at your dad's place. Try to be all quiet, staring up at that dumb Billy Joel. Poster.
Love story within this too, huh?
When you ever.
You think so? Look. Pay attention.
I'm paying attention. To pieces.
I can't stop.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow.
Robin!
Boy, this got a cold twist to it too, huh?
You ain't seen nothing yet.
That nigga said I ain't seen that yet. Nigga, this is a cold movie already.
It's a TV show.
Huh?
TV show.
I am Starlight. I'm 110 pounds and I'm 5'6".
What's wrong?
You should look away. You should turn away from the camera and you should close your eyes or else I'll blind you.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right?
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. A tackle made by Boye Mafe. They were the 46 defense just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
On 3rd down, Winston. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Straight ahead, Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It wouldn't let me get through that hole. That's what I'm doing. I'm broadcasting. Keep bumping running. I'm going to try and get it to that. But he can't close down on it. If the play action too long, I had X-Man wide open. But I was still in the motion of doing the play action. See, I'm gonna just run it up the hole because I'm just trying to go kick this field goal. Get them points. I gotta get these points. I had it, but I was still doing the play action. Oh, see what I'm saying? I'm trying to play careful and just, hey, I'm going to run it. This nigga fumbled the fucking ball. I'll go kick that 7, man.
Wheels turning in their heads, and you know what just happened? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized defense security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
I think he's going to throw it to Kamara out the backfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Seahawks 14, Saints nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Andrew Booth making the tackle. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Ready?
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Saints nothing.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
The score, Seahawks 21, Saints nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Colby Wadman now on to punt. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and it'll cut the lead to 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown, 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have.
And he loses the football a second time. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is stopping the linebackers at the edge.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
To throw is Winston. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down throw for Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Walker to about the 26 here.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side did.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Up the middle, here's Walker. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On the counter, it's Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Running right, this is Evans. And they get him behind the line, so that should gain on 1st down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Evans. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jameis now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense so far on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Play action now, Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Brooks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to admit that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun now on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Winston now to throw on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jordan Brooks able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. That one good for 26 and a first down. Winston. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 26 yards. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Looks for the extra point. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. A give for Walker running right. And some room to work. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
38, Saints 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for the Saints.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, 36 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high out, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. At 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they bring what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Finding space at the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
That's good for the Saints.
Now Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Winston to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, Charles, I know you have a lot.